Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Absolute Hollow Knight quiz by me. Today, we'll be covering 57 questions with no difficulty arrangement at all. I was too lazy to make it from easy to hard or something like that. And basically, after I'm done saying out the question, you'll have 10 seconds to answer, and after those 10 seconds, you will have to have the answer by then. Okay, let's start the quiz. Question 1. Which of these characters gives you a charm? Shape of Un, Sly, Paintmaster Shio, or Cornifer? So it's Sly. It's not Shape of Un. Shape of Un's a charm. Paintmaster Shio doesn't give you any charm. And Cornifer is a map guy. It's Zelda who gives you the Wayward Compass. Question 2. In which of these areas can Lifeblood charms not be obtained? The Abyss, the Forgotten Crossroads, the Howling Cliffs, or the Mantis Village. So it's the Mantis Village. All of the other areas you can obtain a live blood charm. Question 3. In which ending does the Hollow Knight die? Embrace the Void, Sealed Siblings, Delicate Flower, or Dream No More? So it's the Sealed Siblings ending, where he tragically passes away. Question 4. What is the price of Cornifer's map when you first meet him? Free, 5 GO, 30, or 50? It's 30 GO! You first meet him in the Forgotten Crossroads, and he will sell you the map for 30 GO. Question 5. Which piece of music plays when you summon Grim the Hollow Knight, and also when you first talk to him? Nightmare King, Nightmare Lantern, the Grim Troop, or What's Up, Grimmy? The answer is not What's Up, Grimmy. It's the Nightmare Lantern. It's like a 40-second song that plays. It's like the Grim Troop theme or something. It's not What's Up, Grimmy. Question 6. Which one of these is not a DLC update? The Grim Troop, Lifeblood, God Home, or the Pale Court? So it's the Pale Court. It's a mod by the Hollow Knight fans, and it was not published by Team Cherry. Question 7. How many times do you have to be Grey Prince Zode to make Bretta leave Hollownest? 5, 9, 6, or 4? So it's 5 times, and then Bretta rage quits her relationship with Zote and leaves. Question 8. Which one of these bosses had a new attack after one of the DLC updates? The Mantis Lords, the White Defender, Paintmaster Shio, or the Traitor Lord? It's the Traitor Lord because White Defender and Paint Master Shio were completely added in the DLC update, not got new attacks. But Traitor Lord got two new attacks. Wait, it's two, right? I think it's at least two. It could be one or two, I don't remember. Okay, like next question. Question 9. Which one of these enemies has 9 health points? The Armored Squid, Moss Charger, Vengefly, or Grasmother? So it's the Vengefly. Why did I put King? Okay, sorry for the confusion. It's Vengefly. I don't know why I put Vengefly King. Okay, next question. Question 10. When you spam the Cyclone Slash, how many times can it hit? 3, 5, 6, or 7? So it's 6 times. Normally it's 3 times when you don't spam it, but if you mash the attack button, you'll get up to 6 times. Question 11. Which one of these matchups is correct? Oro teaches you Cyclone Slash at the Stag's Nest. Mato teaches you Dash Slash at Kingdom's Edge. Shio teaches you Great Slash in the Stone Sanctuary. Or Nailmaster Sly teaches you the Great Slash at the Forgotten Crossroads. So it's Mato teaches you the Dash Slash at Kingdom's Edge. Oro doesn't teach you at Stag's Nest, he teaches you at Howling Cliffs. Shio doesn't teach you at the Stone Sanctuary, he just does it in Green Path. And Nailmaster Sly does not teach you anything, he just gives you NMG. Question 12. How much HP does Pure Vessel have on Radiant difficulty? 1967, 2162, 1800, or 1600? It's 1800 health. He has 1600 health normally, but when you fight him on Radiant, it becomes 1800. Question 13. Why does the Radiance get really angry like he sends out the infection? Because of the Pale King. 1. The Pale King killed the Radiance's child. 2. The Pale King summoned the Void to fight the Radiance. 3. The Pale King got the Moth tribe to worship him instead of the Radiance, which created the Moth tribe. 4. The Pale King attempted murder on the Radiance. Okay, so it's the Moth Tribe option. The reason why it's not the murder option is because the Hollow Knight is trying to contain the Radiance, not kill it. And the Pale King never really summoned the Void to fight the Radiance, just to contain it. Like, he never asked the Knight to go into the Hollow Knight and kill the Radiance. Question 14. How do you obtain the Weathered Mask in Godhome? Complete all 5 Pantheons, clear at least one binding in each of the Pantheons, clear every single binding, or clear 16 bindings. So it's just to clear every binding. 16 bindings is not enough. You still have to do it for Pantheon 5, and yeah, there you go. Question 15. What is the maximum number of rancid eggs that Tuck can give you? 100, 1, 50, or 80? So the answer is 80 rancid eggs. After that, he calls you greedy and doesn't want to sell you anything. Oh, and if you're broke, you can get one egg from Tuck for free if you're wearing the Defender's crest. Question 16. Which character's NPC dialogue is not affected by the Defender's crest? Relic Seeker Lem, Tuck, Elderbug, or Myla? I missed the three. So it's Myla. Relic Seeker Lem refuses to sell you anything because you smell like garbage. Tuck, as I mentioned before, gives you a free rancid egg. Elderbug tells you you stink. And Myla is nice. Question 17. When was the Grim Troop DLC released? 29 October 2017, November 6, 2017, 31 October 2017, October 31, 2018. So it's 31st October 2017. All of the other dates are random, and it's interesting how the Grim Troop DLC was released on Halloween. Question 18. How many achievements are there in Hollow Knight? 32, 18, 57, or 63? So there are 63 achievements. 32 is Celeste, 18 is Baba is You, 57 is Zot's Precepts, those are not achievements, and 63 is Hollow Knight. Question 19. Which one of these enemies are present in the Abyss? Lifeblood Seed, Life Seed, Infected Balloon, or Shadow Creeper? So it's the Shadow Creeper. Those are the funny guys who climb all over the walls in the Abyss. And there's no infected balloon in the Abyss. It's mainly just void enemies and Shadow Creepers for some reason. Question 20. How do you access the big door at the very left side of the Abyss? I'm not talking about the entrance, I mean the really big door at the far left side. King's Brand, obtain Joni's blessing, equip King Soul, or have a certain amount of lifeblood. So it's to have enough lifeblood. King's Brand is used to access the Abyss. Obtain Joni's blessing just helps you to have enough lifeblood, and King Soul just allows you to get Void Heart and explore the birthplace. So obtaining Joni's blessing is not enough to like directly open the abyss, but it helps. Question 21. Which one of these black spells are obtainable without their counterpart? What is with my pronunciation? Descending Dark, Shade Soul, Abyss Shriek, or the Shade Cloak? So it's the Shade Soul. You can skip Vengeful Spirit, and then you can still get Shade Soul. But for Descending Dark, you need to stomp the ground to access it, and Abyss Shriek is accessed via doing a Howling Wraith, so that's not possible. Also, Shade Cloak's not a spell. Question 22. Which patch do most high level speedrunners play Hollow Knight on? And by high level I mean like stuff like the world record, top 5, stuff like that. So it's 1221. I'm pretty sure like 1220 is like a really weird version of the game. 1432 is the current. I don't know whether it's the current anymore. I wrote this question before the Switch 2 update came, so it could be that, it could be not. And 2026 is simply wrong, obviously. How many types of Zotlings are present in the Eternal Ordeal, which is the challenge with a bunch of Zotes, if you've heard of that one before? So it's 10 Zotlings. There's nothing to explain here, there's 10 Zotlings. Question 24. How many bosses are present in the Hall of Gods? 39, 44, 47, or 50? So it's 44 bosses. 47 is sometimes considered the total, but the three that are not included are Colosseum Zote, not Grey Prince, just Colosseum Weak Zote, um, the Hollow Knight, and the Radiance. Both, like all of them, the base forms. So that relieves 44 bosses. What is the speed of a sharp shadow dash in units? So it's 28 speed, 20 is regular dash speed, and 30 is crystal dash speed. I think 13 was walking, I don't remember. Question 26. What is the trigger for Tiso to first appear? To kill the False Knight, to defeat Brooding Moloch, defeat the Hornet, or obtain the Mothwing Cloak? So it's to obtain the Mothwing Cloak. If you somehow defeat Hornet and whatever way, whatever reason, you don't get the Mothwing Cloak, Tiso won't appear. Question 27. Which one of these charms were not added in the Grim Troop update? Grim Child, Sprint Master, Heavy Blow, or Weaver Song? So it's Heavy Blow. It's always been there since the base game of the game. And all the other three were added in the Grim Troop update. Question 28. Which one of these achievements cannot be obtained on certain save files? In which, if you do an action and you're at like a certain stage of the game, you cannot get it anymore. It's like a two-way decision. Sealed siblings, neglect, charmed, or passing of the age. So it's neglect. If you save him, you cannot get neglect anymore. For sealed siblings and passing of the age, they are both end achievements, like certain ways to end the game, and both of them are obtainable on the same save file because you can repeat the ending boss infinitely. Question 29. How many spells does it take to what? Oh, How many spells does it take to take down the final phase of normal radiance? What I mean is not absolute radiance, just the normal radiance. After your climb, how many spells will it take for her to die? So, is it just one, three, 50, or an infinite amount? So, it's actually infinite. You cannot use a spell to take down radiance because it requires a nail. Question 30. Why did the Hollow Knight fail as a vessel? He had a girlfriend. He loved his mommy, the white lady. I'm not being racist, that's her name. He loved his daddy. The radiance was way too weak. So it's because he loved the Pale King like way too much. He had an attachment, and then there was a thought, and then you should watch the Mossbag lore video because I'm not explaining the whole lore of Hollow Knight because I have a quiz to finish. Question 31. Where does the enemy, the Death Ludo, primarily or first appear? Okay, screw the first. It's just primarily, whatever. Colosseum of Fools. I sound like a fool saying that. It sounded like Colosseum of Foods. Queen's Gardens, City of Tears, or Green Path. So it's the Queen's Gardens. The Death Noodles are the froggy thingies. I don't know how to explain them. Everywhere else either doesn't have them, or in the case of Colosseum of Fools, I'm pretty sure they're not Death Noodles. They're like mutated, whatever name Death Noodle. I don't know. Question 32. Which of these things count towards 112%? Defeat normal radiance. Complete all 44 radiant bosses. Obtain 2400 essence. Or use all pale 6 ores. Use all 6 pale ores. So it's use all 6 pale ores. Defeating normal radiance, just like all of the other endings, doesn't do anything. All 44 radiance is just for your self worth. Obtaining but not using 2400 essence is useless. You need to talk to the seer. And using all 6 pale ores and upgrading your nail does count towards 112%. Question 33. Where is the Shrine of Believers located? Stag's Nest, the Blue Lake, Green Path, or the Resting Grounds. And I have to clarify that when I mean where, I mean like where is the entrance, the access point. So it's in the resting grounds. You have to dream nail a random moth statue in a hidden room, and then you'll be able to access it. Question 34. Since you're such a kind soul, what is the easiest way to murder Menderbug? Option A. Please just don't kill him. B. A nail hit. C. A shade soul. Or D. A desolate dive. So it's a desolate dive. That's like the easiest way to kill a Manderbug. Not killing him is not an option. We need the full journal. Question 35. Where is the songstress located? Water Spire, Royal Waterways, Pleasure House, or the Blue Lake? So it's the Pleasure House. Songstress Marissa is just in there busy singing to no one, unless you count Millibel, and that's all I have to say. Question 36. Where does Tiso die? Green Path, Forgotten Crossroads, Cast Off Shell, or the Colosseum? So he dies in the Colosseum of Fools. For all you fools who want to say Kingdom's Edge, he dies in he dies in the Colosseum of Fools and falls to Kingdom's Edge. That's why there are always falling bodies when you traverse through Kingdom's Edge. Question 37. And why does our dear Tiso die? Option A. He tripped on a rock and fell to his death. B. The little fool killed him. C. The knight fought him and killed him. D. He died in the Colosseum to a random cause. It's because he tripped on a rock. No, I'm joking. He just died in the Colosseum. You never fight him, and the little fool is just a little passive fool. He doesn't kill anyone. So yeah, he just died in the Colosseum to unknown causes. Random dude who is better than him. I don't know. Question 38. Where is the Soul Eater charm located? Hollow Knight Silk Song! Resting Grounds, Soul Sanctum, or the Overgrown Mound? So it's the Overgrown Mound. Never mind. Okay, screw that. Never mind. Screw that. It's the Soul Sanctum. I don't know what I was writing down. Screw that. Like, erase you from existence. Sorry. Question 39. Which one of these areas does not have a Dream Warrior? Resting Grounds, Mantis Village, Kingdom's Edge, or Green Path? So it's the Mantis Village. Resting Grounds has 0. Kingdom's Edge has our dearest Markoth. Green Path slash Stone Sanctuary, because the Stone Sanctuary has a no ice, which is in Green Path. But the Mantis Village does not have an Elder Who. That's in the General Fungal Wastes, which contains the Mantis Village. Okay, I need to stop confusing everyone. I'm sorry, guys. It's just Mantis Village does not have anyone. What is the price of the King Station Stag? It's free! 120 Geo, 300 Geo, or Green Path. Guys, how much did you pay for the King Station Stag again? Oh, I paid a Green Path! I paid a Green Path! So that's obviously the answer, right? Right, guys. It's the answer, surely. It's Green Path! Yay! Obviously not, it's 300 Geo. Question 41. Which one of these enemies guard the Spell Twister? The Soul Master, Folly, Mistake, or the Spell Twisters? It's the mistakes. The Follies are the flying guys, and it's primarily the mistakes that guard the Spell Twister. Question 42. Which one of the five great knights is now alive and well, just chilling around? Drya, Isma, Hegemol, or Hegemol, I don't care about the pronunciation, or Ogrim? I don't care that a device has been added to my account. It's Ogrim. Yeah, that's like the slide counter. It's Ogrim. He's alive and well. He tries to kill you, and then he realizes that you're like a chill guy. Then it's fine. Question 43. How much essence can no ice theoretically give you? 400 essence, 100 essence, 201 essence, or 199 essence? So it's 201 essence because normally she gives you 201. And then when you kill an enemy, you have a small chance, normally it's a 1% chance, to get one essence. So 201. Question 44. Which bosses give the most essence? Absolute Radiance, Markoth, No Ice, or Gorb the Great Mind? It's Margoth! The most annoying boss has the biggest reward, unless you count Absolute Radiance, who gives you 0 essence for all of your hard work. Now, question 45. Which is the first charm that you can obtain? Soul Catcher, Fury of the Fallen, Wayward Compass, or the Soul Twister? It's the Fury of the Fallen. You can obtain it in the very first area, King's Pass, and then you're chill. Question 46. Which one of these is not a type of key in Hollow Knight? The Elegant Key, the Simple Key, the Standard Key, or the Shopkeeper's Key? It's the Standard Key. All of the other keys are actual keys. This one's not. Question 47. How many grabs do you need to rescue in order to obtain the charm grab song? 46, 31, 41, or 5 grabs? It's 46 It's 31 grabs. This is the second question I got wrong. It's 31 grubs. 46 is required for elegy, 31 is required for grub song. Screw you. Like it's wrong. Is this guy. Question 48. How many stag stations are there? 13, 10, 11, or 9? It's 11 stations. Forgotten Crossroads, Green Path, Queen Station, City Storerooms, King Station, Queen's Gardens, Stag Nest, Deep Nest, Hidden Station. I don't know the rest. It's 11 stations. Question 49. Which one of these bosses have lifeblood cocoons that are nearest to them? Hornet Protector, Mantis Lords, False Knight, or Gorb? I voice cracked on Gorb. So it's the Mantis Lords. Right next to them is a lifeblood cocoon, like literally right next to them. Question 50. Which pantheons are Galian present in? 2 and 5, 3 and 5, 2 and 3, or 1 and 5? So it's pantheons 3 and 5. Although Pantheon 5 puts him together with the Pantheon 2 bosses, he's actually in Pantheon 3. 3! This is why I don't do recording sessions for this long. Question 51. Where does Millibel the Banker run off to? Fog Canyon, Water Spire, Pleasure House, or Royal Waterways? It's the Pleasure House, where she is very pleasured because she has a lot of geo. Question 52. In which of these areas can a rancid egg not be found? Forgotten Crossroads, Fog Canyon, Resting Grounds, or the Ancient Basin? It's the Ancient Basin, apparently. This is one of the questions, like, this is one of the hardest questions that I could not answer myself, if I'm being honest. Question 53. Which of these journal entries are obtained from a corpse? Garfield, Garpede, Void Tendrils, or Zote? I would love to get Zote from a corpse. It's the Garpede. Not Garfield. Garfield, I don't think he's dead. I never watched the movie. Question 54. Which of these characters is not always considered an NPC? Elderbug, Zote, Bardoon, or Tiso? It's Zote. He's in his boss form in GPZ, so he's not always considered an NPC. Question 55. Where does our favorite character Millibel hide after stealing all of your Geo? Fog Canyon, Water Spire, Fairyland, or the Pleasure House? It's the Pleasure House. Unfortunately, she doesn't die, so she's not in Fairyland. Question 56. What is the maximum amount of Geo you can obtain from Millibel's interest? I mean, the deposit plus all the interest she gives you. It's 6834 Geo. Um, I have nothing to say. I just don't know why it's such a weird number. Final question, finally! Question 57. How much does an elegant key cost? 800, 900, 600, or 1200? It's 800 Geo. Did you get full marks? Okay, thank you for having the attention span to go through this quiz with me. And please tell me your scores in the comments, just like every other YouTube quiz asks you to do. This was like really, really bad to make. It's like a gigantic Google slide. It was originally supposed to have 100 questions, but I got too lazy and I just shortened it to Zode's precepts. And thanks for watching. My voice is extremely tired if you cannot tell. I made the timer like point 0.1 or point 0.2 seconds faster on the later questions because I am so tired right now. Okay, the video is going to fade to black now and goodbye.